Bloodborne's combat hacks your brain. Let me explain. During development, Hidetaka Miyszaki and the Bloodborne team wanted the game's combat to feel life or death. A quote, mortal struggle. And boy, did they deliver on that. To up the stakes, they basically removed shields from the game. You can get one, but it's horrible. They're replaced by the rally system, which works like this. Anytime you get beat up by one of Yharnam's many hideous abominations, you lose health, obviously, but not right away. It lives in a kind of limbo for a bit, and if you act quickly enough, you can recover this health by attacking enemies. Miyazaki called this something like a post-attack guard, and it's how the game gets away with ditching shields. Instead of blocking the damage up front, you earn it back by being aggressive. The player ends up with the same amount of health, but the experience is very different. You only have a couple of seconds to get to an enemy and attack before you lose your health. You have to react immediately if you're gonna get back any meaningful amount of it. This forces you to make a split-second decision on whether or not to counterattack. This might sound like the tried-and-true mechanic where enemies drop health pickups, but the rally system works differently in a couple of key ways. First, it's triggered mid-fight, not as a post-fight reward. Chances are the thing that just leveled you with a building-sized sword is still alive, which significantly increases tension. The second difference is the rally system forces you to attack an enemy instead of just making contact with a health pickup. In a game like Bloodborne that doesn't have animation canceling, this forces you to make a pretty big commitment when you attack an enemy. If you choose wrong here, just about anything in the game can kill you. But so can running out of your blood vials. And this is where Bloodborne hacks your brain. Every single time you take damage from an attack, you're forced to either attack back and get your health back from the rally system, or retreat and heal using one of your limited supply of healing items. Attack or retreat. Fight or flight. You don't have time to think through all of your options, so you have to make an instinctual decision on what will be best for your survival. And since you don't have a shield, you'll get hit pretty often. You have to live in this constant state of clawing back health from enemies, unless you want to dip into your valuable reserves of blood vials. The game takes advantage of a primal part of you to deliver on its intended experience. Which explains why combat without a shield in Elden Ring never felt quite right to me. You don't have that extra incentive to get into an enemy's face. It also never forces you into the same instant decision-making. All of this incentivizes you to play the game more slowly and patiently. Bloodborne does the opposite. Even if you do retreat to use a blood vial, that animation is also unskippable. And since enemies in this game are so flippin' fast, locking yourself into that vulnerable state might get you killed too. Everything in Bloodborne is laser focused on supporting the to-the-death feel of the combat. Because of this, it has some of the most dynamic, visceral, and rewarding combat in gaming. Who knew all it took was literally making players fear for their lives?